All right. Again, I'm just so excited. And going back to the theme of our summit, AI for the rest of us, simple tools, smart strategies, real results. And that's what we're looking for, real results. So, again, take notes, put down some questions that you want to ask at the end of the summit and get them answered. Right now, we're going to move right along to our next speaker. And this is Jacquelyn Thomas. And Ms. Thomas here is the CEO of Girls Pursuing Science and Executive Director of Kids in Technology, Inc. And her presentation title is AI Starts at Home: How We're Putting Real Tech Skills in the Hands of Black Kids Fast. And just a quick description of her presentation. In this season, Jacquelyn Thomas will explore why adult leadership in AI adoption is essential to ensuring our children are prepared, protected, and positioned to thrive. Ms. Jacquelyn Thomas, are you there?
I am.
Oh, I see you right there. I'm looking in the wrong corner. Well, you go right ahead and give us all you got.
All righty. Good morning. Good morning. As he said, I'm Jacquelyn Thomas. I'm going to share my screen. Thank you, Jimmy, for allowing me to be here in the Every.Black, my Every.Black family. So I'm Jacquelyn Thomas. I'm an AI educator, workforce strategist, founder of Kids in Technology, also the founder of Girls Pursuing Science. Again, thank you, Jimmy, for allowing me to be here with Every.Black with my Every.Black family. So we're going to talk about how AI really does start at home, how adults' leadership shape the AI future for Black children. It's not coming, it's already here. I'm sure you hear that tons of times today. That's very true. The question is, who is preparing our children? Very important question. I want you to think about it because over the years, we've always trusted the schools, most of us, our teachers, our education, the Board of Education, the Department of Education. As most of you know, that there's a new sheriff in town, and education has changed. In those, a couple of sheriffs actually. One of those are our President of the United States, Donald Trump, who has totally changed the trajectory of how education was closing the Department of Education actually, and depending on the states to do their education thing. And then we have Elon Musk. So education has changed. It's not what it used to be. And if you don't take anything away from my presentation today, I want all of us to start learning to think differently, because their AI is not coming again. It's already here. And who is preparing our children? And I'm in the education space, and I hope I can answer the question for you today. I would like for it to be the parents, but unfortunately, I don't see that happening. So AI is reshaping everything. AI software that learns patterns and make predictions. It's data. It learns from data. We're training that data. We're putting our information in systems and different tools, and it's learning from us. It's learning from us every day. I'm sure some of y'all, most of y'all, maybe be familiar with the movie Megan and how Megan turned on them. But if you really think about that movie, when Megan was first Megan in that movie, the young girl, she learned everything from just really scanning and analyzing her environment. So I want you all to keep that in mind. So when technology goes astray, if you put something in AI and it comes back with the white response, especially with images, with our kids, with you're trying to do a PowerPoint presentation, and if you don't put African American person in there, automatically it's going to generate an Asian, or it's going to generate somebody white. That's what it's been trained to do. When you say parents, is bring up two white parents. That's what it is. Jobs. You hear it all the time. Our jobs. Nike here in Memphis laid off about 600 people last week. Google laying off people. Our education system is reshaping, as I mentioned before. How we create things are changing. How many people are still hiring video editors? How many people are still hiring website developers? For most of this stuff, we could probably do ourselves. Eventually, that's where it's going. And even if our childhood, we're starting off early. Kids are starting off early, and you as parents and grandparents are making sure, but because you're putting iPad devices, you're putting all these tools in your kids' hand, and they're learning from the world, unfortunately. So the real question is, if adults don't understand AI, which according to a lot of things and statistics that I've read, 99% of the population still do not know how to use AI. Scary, scary, scary. Um, but if the adults doesn't understand AI, who's teaching the children? Children are already using AI, but how are they using it? Is it responsible? Strategically? Are they using it creatively, or are they just online playing, watching their friends and mimicking the behavior that they're seeing online? Are they using it safely? Are they going in chat rooms? What are they doing with it? I'm sure you all have heard the stories about how kids have gone on, or a couple of kids have ended their lives. And then you sue OpenAI. I won't get into that because that's controversial, but it's a real theme. The risk, what happens if we do nothing? Our kids become consumers, not creators. This picture tells a lot. How many of your kids are sitting around just playing on their iPads or their computers, or interacting with their friends, watching social media, consuming AI until you have to pry it out of their hands? On TikTok, one YouTube. So many kids now want to be the next famous YouTube person. I mean, even in elementary school is really kind of scary to me, how kids want to be famous to see themselves in the spotlight. Using AI without truly understanding it, going into things that they really shouldn't do. They're relying on tools, which is unfortunate. It's like the kids that took their lives, relying on ChatGPT to go in, and you're interacting with the technology, that with robots or with data on the other end, falling behind in the workforce. That's a whole nother topic. Every job from healthcare to construction to art is being reshaped by AI. Preparation starts now. I kind of just want to kind of pause here, because I think a lot of times, I did mention I want you guys to start thinking about, although my thing is about children, and children is my passion, because truly they are the future. And I want you to start thinking about it differently, because you're thinking now, well, when we went to school, this is not you, this is a whole new generation. It's changed and it's different. And you hear, and be careful who you listen to, because even teachers are telling kids in school, don't do AI, don't use it, especially in the South. My cousin came for Super Bowl party and was talking about, I don't think I'm gravitate toward that AI thing. He's 11th grade. I've had some of the students in my class, that's doing summer camp. I don't know. My teacher said that we don't need to do that. Be careful who you listen to. Teachers, some teachers will tell you that because their jobs are being replaced. Are you familiar with the Alpha School, to where they only have 5 coaches, not teachers? Those schools are sweeping the country. We have one now that's coming to Memphis for next school term. They're replacing teachers. If you're in an Uber driver car and he says, "Oh, these Uber cars, these drivers, these self-driving cars, they don't know what to do. They're wrecking now." They're wrecking now. In 2030, they won't be. They will be all over our streets everywhere, just like if you're in Los Angeles, New York City, any of the larger cities, and you're seeing self-driving cars. We don't see them here in Memphis as much because we're Memphis, but by 2030, we will. So just be careful who you listen to. Engage, engage, engage. The future belongs to those who build it. Is this your child on the left? Just liking and sharing, or is it your child on the right, who's actually building something and creating and doing something with artificial intelligence? What if we led instead? AI is a thinking partner. So for all of you all out there that's thinking of, if you listen to the teachers or the educators, and I know this is none of you on here, they're going to use AI to cheat. AI can ask better questions, teach children to use it, to think harder, not to think for them. You just have to teach them how to use it. Again, who's teaching our kids? It starts at home. And even more importantly, now the reason AI starts at home, because it's so new. The teachers don't know. They're learning. We're all learning together at the same time. And if you think your kid knows more than you, they don't. We all on the same level, pretty much. You have a few of us out here, the presenters today. We're ahead of the game. We're experts, so that's why we're here. But 99% of the population are still having all of these really different ideas about artificial intelligence and should we implement it or should we use it. One child with AI skills can do the work of many. That's a superpower, and we can give it to them. That's why the AI schools are so popular. The Alpha schools are so popular. You have kids in third grade and fifth grade level. That's why it's changing the trajectory, and they're not doing it by sitting cheating or copying. It's way more than that. It's much deeper than that. The fastest growing, highest paying jobs all require AI fluency. Our children deserve that advantage. Please don't take it away from them. 3 ways adults can help. Use ChatGPT to model critical thinking. ChatGPT also has a tool on there to where you can select for study mode, by the way, and it won't give answers because you do have 5th graders that are going to be 5th graders. So if they're doing a math problem, they may very well put the math problem in there and say, hey, solve this problem for me. But even then, when they do that, typically the GPT does go through and explain step by step as to how they arrived at that answer. But ChatGPT does have a study model that you can go and it will not give them the answer unless of course, the language model goes south. But the majority of the time, for the most part, it won't. Teach children to verify responses, do some fact checking. Also for adults, as you're using this AI, and I have so many workshops that I do even on the adult level, we'll put a response in there, especially like if you're an attorney or a CPA, to where numbers really have to, or if you're in the insurance industry, please fact check, regardless of what you're using it for. It's to make you more proficient and more efficient. You're the expert. So teach children to verify AI responses as well. Question it. It's critical thinking. It's this new era. More than anything, to me, is a time that we should be thinking critically. We're gonna really have to think for ourselves and think independently. We're really gonna have to think the way we do things. Everything from what university or college our children are going to, or if they should go at all. Third thing, encourage building, not just browsing. Make something, create a website, create an app, develop an app to help you with your homework, put it in the app store and sell it. Put it on the GPT, build a GPT, build an agent, build an automation, do something. Have them to create a story with a book. A lot of kids are into art. I was talking to Antonio, by the way, is in our cohort now, in our kids in Take AI STEM Studios, and where he's getting his AI web developer certification. And as you all know, Antonio does a lot of art. So he's learning now how to merge that through prompting his skills with the AI skills, which is going to make his books 10 times faster. 10 times better. So what we're doing about it, Kids and Technology, we equipped educators and communities. So we partner with schools, we partner with school districts, and we have an AI STEM curriculum to where we're teaching kids AI literacy, we're teaching them prompt engineering, responsible use of AI, and of course, workforce skills. We operate, our sweet spot is mostly middle schools. Even in the private schools where we are, elementary or primary schools where we are, they typically start around 5th grade. We're not waiting for the school system to catch up. Ironically enough, we're mostly private and charter schools. We still have our major public schools trying to figure it out, but we're not waiting for the school system to catch up. That's why schools like your Alpha schools are progressing and doing what they're doing and moving and fast and is growing as fast as they are. The Alpha school is a private school. You have AI schools popping up all over the place. And now with our government to where we have vouchers here in Tennessee that you can take your kid to any school you want to. What do you think parents are going to do? So when we bring AI literacy directly to educators, parents, and community leaders, so our children have champions in the home and in the classroom. This is not a movement. It's not a pitch. This is the real deal. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing to change the trajectory, to actually teach kids about artificial intelligence and how to incorporate it in our daily lives. And most importantly, prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is how you control the AI, and we also teach content engineering, because it's not only what you're telling it to do, is how you tell it, which is very important. The future belongs to builders. The gap between AI users and AI builders will become the new digital divide. You always heard about the digital divide back in the early 2000s. Kids don't have computers in the home. Keep artificial intelligence from them. We're going to repeat that same divide. AI won't replace our children. You've heard this mundane statement so many times. AI won't replace you, but someone using AI will. Children who use AI will be outperformed by those who don't. So which side will your child be on? Which side will your children be on, most importantly? But I think when you hear that old mundane thing about AI won't replace you, someone using AI will, do you know who the someone is? The someone is called Google, it's called Nike, it's called your boss, it's called the corporation that you're working for. They're replacing you every single day. This is how we're being replaced. That's who's replacing you. And they're replacing you with robots. But we have to learn how to control it, have to get involved in the other one that we've always heard, I'll believe the children are the future. I don't believe it, I know it. I see it every day. And you too, how many of y'all seen your grandbaby at 10 and all of a sudden they 20? Gosh, where did the time go? AI starts at home. Please scan the QR code. I do have an AI kit for parents with prompts in it that will you can use prompts to teach to help your kids with the homework. Especially if anybody paying a tutor, that day is long gone. You don't have to pay a tutor anymore. The same thing the AI school is doing, the Apple schools is doing, the AI schools that are popping up. If your school does not have an AI literacy program, you must take charge at home. And I do have a kit to help you to do that, and it's totally free. Please scan the QR code to connect parents, educators, community leaders. The future is it's not waiting. If adults in our community don't embrace AI, our children won't be left behind by technology. They'll be left behind by us. It's what we do as parents, especially Black parents, Black mothers. That's it, and that's all. Any
That's all.
questions?
That
We're
was
gonna
a
save
lot. That was powerful. Yeah, Miss Jacquelyn Thomas. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, they always say knowledge is powerful, but applied knowledge changes lives. And what you shared with us, again, we can't be afraid of technology. We have to embrace it. And the thing is to just start somewhere. And like I said, this is still fairly new, so we can get on board with our kids and being able to monitor some of the things. Are they just playing games on there? Like I said, are we just going to be consumers? So you brought up a lot of important information that you shared. Couple takeaways that I kind of wrote down. Again, with the Department of Education, they've made a lot of major changes. So we have to do our due diligence and not just, again, leave it to the education system and the teachers, but we got to do our due diligence and follow up and do our research and get our kids on top. And a couple other one was, again, every industry is being shaped by AI. So there's no, trying to put our head in the sand. We have to do due diligence. And like this summit today, it's something that's important. And it's going to be a replay that you can follow up. And again, if they didn't get your QR code, there will be a chance, an opportunity on the replay to see it again. Yes, I just definitely wanted to thank you, Jacquelyn Thomas. And again, make sure you all reach out to Ms. Thomas and get that additional information if you didn't get that QR code.
Remember that phrase that became coin, right? There's an app for that. Yep. Okay, so a group of talented students have created a new app that could help the city of Memphis save $100,000.
What?
Yeah.
A kid did this.
Yeah.
All right. Action News 5's Michaela Redmond got a firsthand look at the app today and talked with one of the teams who helped make it a success.
The executive director for Kids and Technology tells me these kids were able to find a solution to a problem the city had through an app. She also tells me it only took them 8 days to build it.
We're also offering a training session for the staff.
For 18-year-old Jacquelyn Givens, a student at Northwest Community College, studying management of information systems. This moment is a relief. The launching of an app meant to help the city of Memphis save money.
It was very extensive. It takes a lot of time because you have to learn how to prompt. And prompting is very hard when you have to think about all the services the app would have to provide and all the features it needs. You feel me? So it's just a lot of thinking and thought goes into it.
Using his laptop and a few quick clicks on the keyboard,
You'll be able to view all the kids that are assigned to your work site.
Givens was able to show how the app called Summerlink works. It takes a hectic registration and check-in process and simplifies it, using a meet and greet as an example.
It was a lot of people there. Like it's like the whole kids trying to go for input. Like 2,000 children are trying to fit in one building and trying to all check in, and that's chaotic. It was too chaotic. So I was like, this is an issue. We need to fix this.
Givens says now any city employee event can be added to the app to help with check-in online, and the city will be notified.
You can click view details, and now you have your table number presented to you, which work site you were a part of, and your full name.
He's so special because he's a young mind. He's always thinking, and he was able to think that whole process out and be able to deliver this app.
Jacquelyn Thomas, the executive director for Kids and Technology, says the app is also expected to save the city at least $100,000 in operational costs.
I discussed this with the city of Memphis, even the people job that it might replace. I have to be very candid and honest with you. It might.
Regardless, this group of young minds founded, created, and launched a solution the city asked for.
This is just a good starter to where you have people around you that want to see you thrive and want to see you get paid, want to see you make money and learn that like structure. And I like it a lot. It can help a lot of people. I see it every year.
In Memphis, Michaela Redmond, Action News 5.